Chapter 4. Major Landforms. The Earth does not have an even surface. While some parts are flat, others are raised. Their variation in the physical forms of the Earth is called relief. Landforms are the relief features of the Earth. Mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and rivers are the main relief feature of the Earth. Mountains. A mountain is a landform that rises high above its surrounding land. It is made of rocks and earth. Usually mountains are more than 900 meters above the mean sea levels. Mountains vary in height and shape. They have steep slopes and rounded or conical peaks. A group of mountains joined together is called a range or chain. Two examples of mountain ranges are the Andes in South America and the Rockies in North America. The lines of ranges form mountain belts, which may extend for hundreds of kilometers. The height and shape of mountains tells their age. Young mountains, like the Himalayas, are high and have pointed peaks. Older mountains, like the Aravallis, have rounded peaks and are not so high. Importance of mountains. Mountain ranges are natural barriers. They provide protection against harsh, hot and cold winds. They also protect us from invaders. Rivers originate here and provide water for irrigation and other day-to-day needs of the people living near them. Many mountain districts are famous for holiday resorts where skiing and mountaineering can be enjoyed. The cool climate in summer attracts many tourists. Many mountains are rich in minerals. Rocks from mountains make excellent building material. The slopes of mountains have rich pasture lands and forests. Agriculture cannot be practiced on a large scale as the mountains have thin soil cover. Due to unsuitable climate, shortage of land, difficulty in transportation, the region is thinly populated. Plateaus. A plateau is a highland area with a flat top, also called a tableland. The surface of the plateau is often cut by rivers and streams. Some plateaus, like the Deccan Plateau in India, are large and extend to hundreds of kilometers. Some plateaus, like the Plateau of Tibet, are surrounded by mountain ranges from all sides. Plateaus are found in almost all continents of the world. For example, the Colorado Plateau in the United States, the Bolivian Plateau in South America, the plateaus of Antarctica, Arabia, Iran, and the Tibet region of China. Importance of plateaus. Low plateaus are often farming regions, while high plateaus are usually suitable for livestock grazing. Some plateaus are rich in mineral deposits, so mining is an important occupation in the plateau regions of the world. Plains. Plains are a broad, flat and low-lying surface of land. Plains are also called lowlands. The land of a plain is mostly even. Sometimes it may be slightly hilly. Most plains in the world are formed by the deposits of rivers. For example, the northern plains of India. The river deposits sand, mud and silt that they carry on their banks. These deposits form plains. Plains are thickly populated, as they are fertile because of the deposits by the river. Life is easier as compared to that on mountains. Plains may be found along a coast or an island. A coastal plain is a stretch of lowland along a seacoast, which slopes towards the sea. The Atlantic coastal plain is a good example of a fertile and well-populated coastal plain. It lies along the eastern shore of North America from Nova Scotia to Florida. Inland plains may be found at higher altitudes. Importance of plains. Plains are areas that are usually well populated because the soil and the terrains are good for farming. Agriculture becomes the major occupation of the people living in the plains. Roads and railways are easily built between rural towns and cities. Most of the big cities and towns are found in the plains. Large industries such as textiles, automobiles, iron, and steel have developed in the plains because of connectivity and transport facility. Thick forests usually thrive on plains. In humid climates, grasslands cover dry plains such as the Great Plains in the United States. Coastal plains or regions are ideal fishing sites. Deserts. Deserts are barren lands that receive very little rainfall. The region has an arid or a semi-arid climate. The days are hot and the nights are very cold. Sandstorms are common in all seasons. Sand dunes or hills of sand are its most common features. Most deserts have small areas of water where plants grow and people live. Such a place is known as oasis. Rivers. A river is a natural channel, usually of fresh water, that flows towards an ocean, a lake, sea, or another river. A river usually starts high up in the mountain. As it flows, it carries rainwater, melted ice, and snow from the mountains to the plains, lakes, and sea. Majority of rivers flow into a larger water body, like an ocean, sea, or large lake. The end of a river is called its mouth. The journey of a river. First stage, the upper course. A majority of rivers originate from mountains. At this course, the river has very little water. As it flows down the slopes, it gains speed and cuts a deep valley. Waterfalls are formed at this stage. An example of this course. River Ganga originates at Gangotri and flows down the slopes till Haridwar. Second stage, the middle course. The river enters the middle course as it enters the plains. As the river now flows on a flat surface, the speed lessens. The river now meanders and forms loops. An example of this course. River Ganga has this course between Kanpur and Allahabad. Third stage, the lower course. The river enters the lower course and joins a bigger water body. Example, sea. The speed of the river is extremely slow and it divides into many channels. This forms a delta, a triangular shape, near the mouth of the river. An example of this course. River Ganga forms a delta as it flows into the Bay of Bengal.